It's Wednesday, time for our weekly trip out to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live this morning from Swamico. Good morning, Neil.
Hey, good morning, and we're out here with a new exhibit animal, and you can see behind me. See how tiny this little guy is?
What is that?
This is Rocco, and believe it or not, you're not going to believe this, but he's actually an antelope from Africa.
He's
It's
darling.
the smallest antelope in Africa, one of the smallest in the world. It's actually a blue duiker. They call him a blue duiker, you know, he's got kind of a bluish hue to him.
Okay.
He's only about 14 inches tall, only about 10 pounds, fully grown, 2 years old. He came in late last year from Kansas City. And one of the reasons that we ended up bringing Rocco in is the males don't get along living together. They're usually just with a pair, a male and a female. So they were looking for a home, and then we had this particular exhibit. This used to be an old wallaby exhibit, so what we did is we modified this to be able to hold a duiker, a little small duiker, and it's really worked out. Now, yesterday was his first day in the exhibit, so he's got his chance to go ahead and check everything out. And if you look at the exhibit, what we did is we put a lot of small little shelters in for him, so that, you know, depending on the weather, he can get out through the day. But the neat thing too, you'll have the ability to see him all during the day. And what was interesting yesterday, you know, as you're walking through here, this is kind of in our Australian area, and he was walking right by, and he was really comfortable being close to the public. So you get a chance to see this little guy, and they walk, and they almost got like a chameleon walk to them, because they'll stop and then they'll move, and you see the little tail on him.
It's like he knew what you were saying.
Exactly. And you know, here's the other thing is they call them duikers, and what duikers mean, it means in Dutch, it means diver. And what they're known for is to go ahead and dive into the underbrush, to go ahead and be safe. Now he's looking up and about, and as you can see, we got a peacock up above. But if he was in Africa, what he would be in more of a rainforest heavy cover, and be waiting for baboons and other animals that will be knocking seeds down. So they do feed on seeds, different grains. Sometimes they'll also feed on insects, but they're really neat to watch. And you know, when we were in Africa, we saw a few different types of duikers, but we did see these little blue duikers as well. But usually they cruise around in a pair. They live to about 10 to 12 years old. Now, one of the things too with them, you know, from predators, you got hawks and owls, and of course you'd have baboons and leopards and things like that in Africa. But here, one of the adaptations we had to do with basically with this whole exhibit is also set up, because you know, we've got raccoons, we've got, you know, hawks and owls and all that stuff at night. So what happens with Rocco is at night, then we shift him, and you can see he's got a little building over here. So we move him at night, so then he's shifted in there nice, safe and sound. In the morning he comes back out, and see, now he's checking everything out. You can see him cruising around, running around a little
Seems
bit.
to
But
like his
you know,
new home.
people, you know, and it's hard to believe that he's actually an antelope. And even though he's that small, he has the largest brain per body size of any antelope in the world.
Wow. Well, with that, we will leave it there, and we'll check back with you again next hour. Good stuff, Neil.
Hey, that sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See ya.